Not financial advice, simply my journey in margin. Hey everyone, welcome back to Leveraged Life. This is a big one. Month 3, the July monthly recap. We've got a genuinely wild week to recap, a full month to close out, a real milestone to celebrate, and some honest talk about strategy. Let's get into it. This was one of the most volatile weeks of the year. Wednesday, the Fed held rates steady, but 3 FOMC members dissented in favor of a hike, and the Dow fell over 1,100 points in a single session as bond yields surged to their highest level since 2007. Then Thursday flipped the script completely. Microsoft posted its biggest single-day stock gain ever, up 16%, adding roughly $450 billion in value in one session, on huge Azure cloud growth. Amazon jumped over 9% after hours on strong AWS numbers. The rally carried into Friday, going global. South Korea's Kospi had its best day on record. Even with that massive bounce, the Nasdaq is still closing out July down over 4%, by far the worst month of the year so far. Now here's what happened in the account this week. Steady deployment across the core, plus 4 new single-stock satellite positions added throughout the month. MSHE, Joji, Meet, and Apple. Distributions came in across several positions, and the account keeps generating real income even through all that volatility. Quick note on those satellites, because there's an actual strategy behind them, not just random picks. I'm using Harvest's single-stock covered call suite to build small positions in a few of the Magnificent 7 names, and I'm deliberately trying to time the ads around their selloffs, not just buy whenever. Look at the timing this month. Microsoft, Alphabet, Meta, and now Apple. Each one of those got added close to that specific company's own rough patch. Meta had a brutal week on AI spending concerns, and that's exactly when I added METE. Apple slipped on weak China sales, and that's when APLE went in. The idea is simple. Use Harvest's covered call wrapper to get income on these names and try to get a slightly better entry by leaning into the dips instead of chasing the highs. Small positions, real test, and I'll be tracking whether this actually adds anything over just holding the core. Quick options update. Both my NOK and SoFi puts got rolled to August 14th this month, and I want to be honest, both were sitting at a real unrealized loss before the rolls. Since rolling them, both have flipped to unrealized gains. NOK is up about $15 on the current contract, and SoFi is up about $41. Real stakes, and right now, this experiment is actually working out. Okay, the big one, July's full monthly results. Distributions for the month came in at $328.78. Margin interest for July was $119.58. That's a net of $209.20, a coverage ratio of 2.75 times, meaning distributions covered interest almost 3 times over. Portfolio value closed the month at $43,131. All-time gain sits at $384, an all-time return of 0.9%. Given how rough this month was for markets overall, I'll take a real positive return. 3 months of real data now. Year to date, total distributions of $506.20. Total margin interest of $201.46, a net of $304.74. The account is doing exactly what it's supposed to do, generating income that outpaces the cost of borrowing. And a real milestone this month. Leveraged Life crossed 200 followers on Blossom. Genuinely, thank you. This started as me just documenting my own account out loud, and now there's a real community watching it happen. To celebrate, I'm running a giveaway. 1 hoodie and 2 t-shirts, 3 winners. Entries are open now through August 31st. No purchase necessary. Links in the description and on the website. Quick numbers check to close out the data. Margin utilization is sitting at 36%, still under my 50% ceiling. Current yield on the account is just over 10%, a wide cushion above the 3.95% margin rate. One more honest thing before I wrap up. A few weeks back, I said I was going into coast mode. Pause deployment, let distributions catch up to margin. Looking at the real numbers this month, that didn't actually happen. Margin kept climbing the whole time. So let's call it what it actually was, not really coasting. We're 6 months into the year now, and I think the more honest framing going forward is this. Monitor the account and possibly rotate a few positions. Some buckets are running heavier than I'd planned, others lighter, and that's worth actively managing rather than just continuing to add on top. The wheel strategy is also graduating from test to actually part of the plan. Both NOK and SoFi are sitting on real gains right now after rolling them, and I'm comfortable calling that a real piece of the strategy going forward, not just an experiment on the side. And one more thing, not a full plan yet. Wealthsimple now offers index futures trading, and I'm looking at whether that could be a real hedging tool for this account down the road. Not doing anything with it yet, but if there's interest, I'll build a full separate video on it. That's July. A wild market, a real milestone, an honest look at where the strategy actually stands versus where I said it would be. Full breakdown and the live tracker are linked below and at leveragedlife.ca. See you next month. Thanks for watching. I truly appreciate it.